Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. This is the audio test we will be starting soon. Please let me know if any of the commentators this week are a little too loud or a little too quiet. We want all of us to be about equally as loud, and the game should be just barely audible. If there are any recommendations that you would like to provide, please feel free to do so. We want the stream to be just perfect for you. Hey there, Doc. Hey there, Yo-Yo. Funny meme indeed. I saw that 2 of your controllers broke, and I just immediately had flashbacks to the we bought our pads at Walmart picture, wherever the fuck that is. Gamers, rise up! We got Crunchy Octopus? Crunchy Loptopus? Lopto. You're probably Lopto. So why is Squidward dead? Because I killed him. Ah yes, suggestion to remove Peacock from the game. Oh my Get Gr8, he's going to jail. Woo! Well, I'm a criminal. Well, I committed murder. I probably shouldn't joke about that. I'm sure somebody's out there is taking that seriously. Well, either way, feel free to jump into this lobby and play some games with me, because I am desperate for some Skullgirls. Hop on in. This is still the audio test. We're gonna chill for another like 10 more minutes while people roll on in and play some Skullgirls. Fight me, or I'm gonna go to quick match. Let's do this. That's fine. Snapple, that is incorrect. Welcome to the stream, though. Ah, shit. Very well. Oh, this is impossible. Damn it. That rollback, though. That rollback ruined your parry. Unfortunate.
Player 1 wins.
Time to unplug Ethernet. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's have another. Certainly. Let's do this in one take. Let's rock.
Damn it. Get back in the corner. Just kidding. What the fuck? Oh, man. Oh, that's not good. That's not what I want. This is unfortunate. Understandable. I did it. I'm a criminal. Surprise! Oh. This is not good. Yeah. That was not good.
Player 2 wins.
Alright. Play a few more. We still got a few more minutes.
Just one more. Today's cartoons are so real. Gentlemen and ladies, it's showtime!
Oops. This is most unfortunate. Oh damn, that hit me. You snapping the wrong character, friend. Understandable. Oh boy, not understandable. I don't know what's happening anymore. Oh, that's not good. It might be good. That was probably not good. No. 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 Okay. Ah. Damn. Alright, good shit. Ah! Alright, fine. Ah! Playing whose team? Someone else has this team? I'm upset. You gotta stop using Bang 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 so much, Doc. That's the only reason I'm getting in on you at all. This would be going a lot better for you. Fuck. Fuck! Oh my god! Alright. Oh, that's not alright. Oh, this is even worse. That was almost exciting. That's not good. Oh well. I did it. I killed the child. Oh no! Oh, that's okay. Rest in peace, Robo. You thought? Oh, I did think. I did. I should not have thought. No. Very well. What? What? One more. We'll play one last one.
No, I won't believe it.
Point blank SBO is not safe, but I have iframes, my friend. And I also did it on reaction to, what's it called? Beam Super. So there is no M-Bang coming out of the Beam Super. Very well. Oh shit, okay. Fuck. Oh, well, this is not good. Understandable. Scared. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh, shit. What? That was supposed to be a safe jump. I must have accidentally pressed the button twice. Rule number 1, you don't get hit. Alright, let's go. Unless you're Big Band. If you're Big Band, you can get hit all you want because you don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skullgirls Get Gr8. What we do here is we try to match you up against a relatively even opponent and then provide constructive criticism on your play. We won't tell you everything that's wrong with your play, but we will tell you just enough to keep you thinking, like some advanced stuff to keep you thinking on the back of your head, and more stuff that's to your level, so you have stuff to practice every week. Come back every week, get some regular practice, meet some friends, find training buddies. That's what we're all about. And more than anything else, we're trying to just kind of ease you into the SGC. So if you're here for a very long time, then we love you. If you're here for a very short amount of time, it's okay. Then we did our job. We just try to open the gates so you can be welcome to the SGC a little bit at a time. Welcome to memes, welcome to Skullgirls, and welcome to my stream. Our stream? I would say ours, but like none of my co-hosts are here. It's kind of weird. Let's see, who's here? Who do we got? What's poppin'? This is just SG with homies. I mean, kind of, sort of. It's like, it's SG for people who are new to the game. We talk about basic stuff. We talk about more intermediate stuff. We try to reference a lot more advanced players so people can go watch other characters and stuff like that. It's SG with a tutor, basically. Yeah, a very bad tutor. A tutor who thinks he knows what he's doing. But basically, a tutor. First up today is going to be... I have no idea. Give me 1 second. It's going to be... Blue Spark versus Bit Van Bite. That's a good name. I like that. With a volunteer tutor, that is true. It is a non-profit volunteer tutor. Just tooting my own horn, I guess. I don't know. I just do this because like it's fun. I don't know. Like I like meeting you guys. I like seeing the new people in the SGC. I like just interacting with the community. And a lot of people are pretty happy that I do this, that I just, like, kind of support the community and by, like, helping out beginners, providing for tournaments, so on and so forth. That makes me happy, you know? I like drinking YRCs with Crank. Yeah, that's my boy! Yo, YRCs are so good. Why are they so expensive? I know enough to get me into trouble. I wish I could play as well. Like, I wish I could play proportionately as well as, like, I know stuff, and I just can't. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if I just have, like, issues, or if I just need to practice more. And actually, I do know why. It's because I need to practice more. There's actually no, like, doubt about that. The more I practice, the more... Like, in 3 days, I was able to do some really impressive stuff because I was consistently practicing 3 hours a day. So, like, imagine what I could do if I just kept on practicing. And the same applies to you guys. So... When we give you advice here, you're not supposed to just play once a week. You're supposed to apply the advice that we give you. Play every day, go spend an hour in the lab and an hour on Quick Match. Yeah, Quick Match sucks, but like you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey there, Dose Whales. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you here. Anyways, as I was saying, Dark Blue Spark versus Bit Van Bite. It's gonna be going up first. Bit Van Bite seems like a new person on the stream, so I mean, welcome. That's pretty cool. Dark Blue Spark we had previously. Doesn't look, I don't know how much more practice they got, but like they were pretty new to the game. I did a bit of a tutorial to them, a bit more or less. So I'm kind of excited to see where they are now. Let's see, Dark Blue Spark, are you here or not? Let's find out. I don't know who Blue Let You is. That was Blue Chew, Dark Blue Spark. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they both have blue in their name. Let's see. Bit. And Bite. Oh, you did sign up. Oh, you're Lopto. Oh, awesome. Give me just a moment. Okay, so we're gonna postpone Van Bite versus Dark Blue Spark for a little bit. We'll come back to it. I don't know if that's actually Dark Blue Spark, but in the off chance it is, we'll find out. So next up is gonna be Thundersnow versus. Wait, is it Thundersnow versus your local dunce? I just kind of made that up. It might be right. Thundersnow versus your local dunce. That is in fact correct. I'm a genius. So if Thundersnow and your local dunce would like to get into the lobby, here is the lobby link. Yes. I am big brain. That is not what I wanted. I am small brain. Still not what I wanted. Okay, cool. Here we go. Local Don's made it in. Good shit. Oh yeah. So a bit of a logistic thing while people are getting into the thing. If you are participating today, please join the Steam group chat. You can find the Steam group chat by typing !GG8 chat into Twitch chat. All logistical communication will be there. Because basically no one ever talks in there. By the way, you guys are free to talk in there. Because no one basically talks in there, we use it for logistics. So if you are having trouble getting into the lobby or need to ask any questions on how things work, please ask me there. But yeah. Good stuff. Steam group chat. That is in fact correct, Lofto. We may have a surprise visit from Sam halfway through the stream. Still waiting on Thundersnow. What's going on? Thought I'd have time. Oh, can I make breakfast first? I mean, I guess I'll give you 5 more minutes. How long does breakfast take, my dude? Alright, that's my guy. Alright, let's go. Skullgirls for breakfast. You do not have bagels here. It sounds like a sad place. Alright, what is everyone's favorite bagel and why is it everything bagels? Because everything bagels are obviously the best. Skullgirls get bagels. Toasted poppy seeds bagels do look good. I don't usually eat those, but they do look good. And yeah, bagels with butter, I do enjoy bagels with butter a lot more than I enjoy bagels with cream cheese. And that might be blasphemous, and I'm pretty sure like half of you just left and turned off the stream because I said that. Poppy seed bagels make you fail drug tests. That's my cup of tea. That's what I want to hear. Eat 3 of those right before every drug test they take. You're like, I'm sorry, I had poppy seeds. Alright, good block. Throwing the chair around start. Yoko Dun's trying to back off. Still walking backwards to back off. It's fine. It's not a major comment. You have tons of movement options in this game. So if you're trying to build some distance, like up back a little bit, or like dash backwards and try to outspace your opponent, just holding back is kind of very, very reactionary. And that's not very Parasol. Parasol controls neutral because she has huge disjointed hitboxes. But also, it's like it's not smart. Like, you don't have to worry about it at this level, but basically, there's never really a reason to hold back in Skullgirls, other than the fact that you're already blocking something, right? Like, if you're trying to block and trying to defend, up back or down back, like, holding back is not a big deal. But, like, I try to explain that is, like, really unimportant right now. Okay, so Thunder Snow instant air dashed over, but didn't get the jumping hard kick button. So reminder that if you want to do the cross up with Philia, you instant air dash and press a button. Common button is jumping light kick, jumping medium punch. Jumping hard punch is what the tutorial and stuff teach you, and you shouldn't do that. It's also what the achievement is. You shouldn't do that. It's not a good move. Maybe air to air, but that's about it. But the common mix-up, if your opponent is defending you when you are Philia, you instant air dash and go for jumping hard kick. You didn't press jumping hard kick. Alright, game number 2. What's up? Got a counter hit. Seeing these combos. Oh, that's not good. That's not what I want to see. Well, this is unfortunate. Are they still playing? Alright, they are still playing. I just got kicked from the fight, which kind of sucks. So I'm not going to count this one, because it's not fair to you guys. Oh, no, you guys also got kicked from the fight. Yeah, so I'm not going to count that one. Just redo it. It happens. Sometimes Skullgirls lobbies complain. Oh, dang. Thunder Snow just decided that, you know what, breakfast is more important. Come on back. Crouching medium kick into lag spike is broken. Yeah, I'll tell you. Let me tell you. That is some next level tech. You lost connection to Steam. Oh, damn, that sucks. Take your time getting back. It looked like that parasol route looked almost identical to the one in the trials. Just kind of cool. Shows that you are using the resources that Skullgirls provides. Wow, that was some really sloppy talking. It shows that you are using the resources that Skullgirls provides. Damn, talking is hard. How do people do that? Thunder Snow is back with a new icon. Is it a new icon? I don't actually remember. Does your local dunce have a Fluttershy picture? Oh. That's been Thunder's icon for a while. Alright, I'm just an idiot. Yeah, we play 5 flat games. It's not best of 3 or best of 5. You just kind of play 5 flat games. Because it's unfair to you or your opponent. Where if one of you is being beaten up real badly and they like 3-0 you, why should you get fewer games to get advice from? You know, that doesn't make any sense. It's not like any other tournament. It's very unusual. I get that. But it's 5 flat games. I shouldn't say any other tournament. This isn't a tournament. Hard punch. Oh, almost had the link. Gotta practice those routes a little bit more. Reminder that if you are struggling to do a combo, please check out the B&B Compendium. I'll talk about that more at the end of the set. And please, please, please practice your combos every day until you can do it 10 times in a row facing right and then 10 times in a row facing left. I know it's a lot of work, I know it's exhausting, and I know it's annoying, and I know it's hard. You won't get it right away. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be playing Skullgirls until you get it. It just means that you need to be practicing it every single day until you can do that at least somewhat consistently. There's also a good tactic to warm up once you can do it. Tear shot. Tear shot. Can't struggle to do combos if you don't know any. Oh man, this is next level tech. That's what I'm talking about. We save that kind of advice for intermediate bracket. Oh yeah, and practice against the whole cast. That is definitely extremely important. Every time you go into training mode, unless you're trying to figure out how much damage something does, pick the enemy team as a trio and make them all 3 random characters. So that way, over time, you practice against every single character in the cast. But in general, yes, you should be practicing against every single character. Your combos will need minor adjustments based on who you're fighting. Big Band is only viable because everyone drops against him. Honestly, Big Band's only viable because everyone presses buttons against him.
Finally, the wolf has come back to Canopolis.
Everyone good to go? Fight!
Hold this for me.
Alright, repeat of game 1. I'll block DP. This time you get the punish. Good shit. Doom, doom, doom. Bike super. No. Okay, cool. You're gonna save your meter. I respect that. Okay, so that normally you jump backwards with jumping light punch only if you're setting up for a burst bait. You didn't. If you don't know how burst baits work, there's two ways they work. I can talk about it more in detail in the Discord. Just at me in the Discord, and I'll talk about it if you're not really comfortable about like how burst baits work. But in that situation, you should have just done like one more string and killed your opponent, or gotten really close to killing your opponent rather. I mean, you had level 3, so you probably could have killed your opponent. Did you have level 3 then? You might have actually not had level 3. I might have made that up. Alright, we're full on dizzy. This is actually super scaled. Okay. Nice touch. Okay. So, your local dunce, I'm seeing that clean Parasol play. I see you've been practicing your combos. That's some good shit. I like it. So now all that's really... If you stay consistent like that, I mean, I didn't really get to see that in the first game, but like, if you stay consistent like that, you need to just get a little bit more neutral practice, just basically play the game and make sure you're doing your combo in practical scenarios, and maybe learn like one reset, like one cross up or one burst bait, and then you're probably good to be in lower intermediate. Because I'm seeing that consistency there. It still looks rough. Like when I watch, I'm like, okay, you're still getting used to the buttons, but like you're doing it. That's good shit. That's what I want to see. Undersnow getting rid of that Philia. Oh no. I liked that Philia. I wanted to see it do more stuff. Okay. So you seem to be like comfortable with that round start like really heavily, Undersnow. You're fighting against a disjointed character. Like that DP is whiffing round start right away. So if Parasol just kind of touches you with like standing light punch, you kind of die. Ooh, okay. One for the... I think he tried to dash and then go for an attack there, but that didn't work out. I'm also seeing that neither of these players are really grabbing. Like, outside of Thundersnow's, like, actual grapple chains, because, like, you know, Dale's a grapple character. Like, your local dunce, Parasol has one of the best grounded grabs in the game because you can dash cancel into a grab. Like, that's really good. Beowulf has multiple grab options. Oh yeah, and also, oh, I forgot about that. I probably should mention that. Parasol has the best air grab in the game, probably, if not the second best. Like, her grab is... its hitbox is dumb. Like, if you throw it out there, your opponent's probably gonna get caught. Like, it's real stupid. I've seen Big Band get pulled into that grab from behind. I've seen every character, I think, get pulled into it from behind Parasol. Like, it's really stupid. Use it. It's a really good anti-air. And Parasol's filled with anti-airs. She's got Standing Hard Punch, she's got Filler, she's got Crouching Medium Punch for instant air dash stuff. She's got all sorts of dumb stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good old grab resets, let's go. That's what I want to see. Okay. That snipe worked for you because you got lucky, because Beowulf wasn't blocking. That could have been real bad for you. So... yeah, why the fuck does Parasol got magnet hands? Exactly. She got fucking magnet hands vacuuming her opponent right into her hands. It's fucking dumb. That being said, again, like, I'm seeing it there. Like, I saw that you got the air grab reset in. That was dope. You got your fundamentals out there. You just got to play the game a little bit more and you might be ready for intermediate. Thundersnow, I think you just need a bit more consistency. Because I'm seeing you pretty much drop the combo every time. Or, like, not press the button when you need to press a button, like when you did the instant reaction with Philia. So it's just a little bit of familiarity more than anything else, but, like, I almost see the knowledge there. You also gotta block more. That's such a dumb bit of advice, and I apologize, because, like, obviously blocking is contextually relevant, but you gotta block more. You've been getting hit a lot. I'm gonna keep an eye out for counter hits because I haven't been really watching for that. But I hope you're not pressing buttons when it's not your turn. See what I mean there? Like, that scramble probably didn't need to happen. And you could have picked up off of that, I think, using OTG. Yeah. There's a lot of scrambling situations. Like, just respect your opponent, block, push block. Oh, yeah, that's something I should probably talk more about. Thunderstone, you gotta push block more. If you press light punch and medium punch at the same time while you are in block stun, you will send your opponent moving backwards until they touch you with another move. That means you want to do it at the end of a multi-hitting move, or at the, right away as soon as you block a single hitting move. Single hit move. Like all of those. Push block. Yeah. Yeah. I see you like Sniper a lot, Local Dunce, but you honestly should be ending your combos with Baikai Super. I see you, I mean, obviously you're unscaling and then you're punishing with Sniper, but like, it's not good. She has this long dramatic animation of her taking out her cell phone and making a phone call. Like, it's not... You're entirely vulnerable the entire time there, too. Like, it's not good. So, Snipe is only really great for DHC stuff, or like... very early reset kind of stuff where you want to get the crumple knockdown and then you want to set up for Oki. But in general, you should be using Bike Super at the end of your combos. It's also because of the long animation of it, you're noticing that a lot of the times your combos are dropping and then Sniper hits afterwards. And a lot of that just comes down to the Thunder Snow not blocking. Your neutral went to shit lately and you have no idea why. You know what, people, it's okay. Like, people have those kinds of days. The important thing is to power through it. So if you feel like your neutral is shit, you should play extra that day because you need to be able to break through that wall that is like holding your neutral back. It works. Like, it took me like 3 hours yesterday to like break through a wall that I was dealing with before the low kick tournament, but it worked. Like, that's relevant. It definitely helps out. It's a lot of hard work, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Let's see. I wanted to say more stuff for Thundersnow, because Thundersnow, like, I couldn't give concrete advice, because a lot of it just felt like you weren't being consistent with your combos, or consistent with, like, you had ideas in your head and you just didn't execute them. So I guess the only real advice I have is check out the B&B Compendium. If you guys type !B&B into Twitch chat, it'll take you to a archive of combos, universal combos for all characters. It'll be about 3 or 4 combos per character based on situation. They're not the most optimized combos by any means, but they are pretty good, and they are pretty much everything you should be practicing to get familiar with your character. It'll use the most common links, the most common concepts with your character, the most common resources involved with your character, so on and so forth. So obviously learning a combo is not the most important thing in a video game, but it is a pretty important thing, especially in Skullgirls, to get familiar with your character. Until you are familiar with your character, I can't talk about complicated things like resets, side switches, corner carries, like in-depth mechanics of the game, because none of that's going to help you. You just got to get consistent. Practice your B&B, make sure you can do it 10 times in each direction on every character. I'm not telling you to go out and try it on, make sure you do it with every character and don't stop until you do. Like I've been saying before, play some games and spend some time in the lab every single day. And when you are in the lab, make sure you are trying to get your combos consistent. Your B&Bs aren't terrible, you just need to block. You also need to block. Yes, that is... I wish, again, I don't like giving that advice because, like, that is such an... It's like saying, go play the game more. Like, in the same vein, just block. Like, that advice doesn't help. More accurately, I should be saying practice blocking. Play against a lot of players. And when you are on defense, tell yourself, I'm not going to press a button. I'm going to block all of this until I can find a safe place to push block out. Then I'm going to get out without getting hit. That is extremely important. Like, you need to be able to get out. You need to not only push block, but you need to also be able to get out without being hit. You need to still be holding back. That could mean, like, jumping forward and then immediately holding back. It could mean dash blocking, although that's a bit more of an intermediate thing. So on and so forth. If you have a little bit of trouble getting out of pressure and find yourself constantly getting hit in pressure, like, seriously, one of the best ways to improve this game, go back and watch your games. Like, literally go back and watch your games. That's why I tell everyone, pause the stream and just go watch the VODs. It's good practice, because you need to get into the mindset of, I need to watch how I played before. And it's going to suck. It's going to look gross. It's going to be like, oh, God, I can't believe I made that mistake. But you have to do it. It's a good habit to get into. And when you go back and watch the VODs, look at all of the times that you got hit when you got out of pressure. Like you push blocked your opponent, you jumped forward, and then you got hit again. Like that sucks. That shouldn't happen. Those are all the times that you should be practicing blocking while moving, like trying to get out of pressure while blocking. Let's see. And that's obviously not always true. Like you can mash out of pressure and stuff like that, but like that is one of those things that you sprinkle into your play, not something that is your strategy plan. You gotta have the blocks. A thing I used to say a lot is that in Skull... Well, alright, before I continue, next up is going to be TB Fish versus Hardlight Blacksmith. So I saw TB Fish in chat a little earlier. Hardlight Blacksmith, I think I also saw you. So if you guys are ready, go ahead and enter the lobby. You can find the lobby here. Until then, though, I wanted to talk about one more thing, which was something I used to say a lot is some advice that Duck gave. Well, not directly to me, but like in some of his videos, where this is Skullgirls. The aggressor has such an advantage when they're applying pressure to you or when they are hitting you, so on and so forth, that once you block something, you've already fucked up. You've already lost. This comes from an old school mentality of mine from back when I used to play StarCraft a lot, where the first mistake you make is the only thing that matters. If you didn't make that mistake, you wouldn't have to worry about this, right? In the same sense, in Skullgirls, that's still somewhat true. If you find yourself blocking something, it would have been a lot better if you just did one neutral, if you just didn't end up in a defensive situation. But inevitably, you will have to block stuff, like no matter how good you get. And because of that, it's important to have the blocks. Can I get the link in the Steam chat? Sure. It's already in the Steam chat, but here you go, friend. Also, you're quoting that like you said that you saw that from somewhere. I don't see it anywhere. I'm looking at all 3 places that I have chat. If you said that somewhere, oh, you said it in Twitch chat. I see. Okay, I just scrolled up. Got it. But TB Fish, just so you know, that link is already there. At the beginning of every stream, I post the stream link, the lobby link, and the join the group chat link in Discord, in Steam group chat, and in Twitch. It's a good strat, just win. Damn, I didn't think of that. Never mind, guys. I don't think we need the stream anymore. I agree with it more than I probably should, just because, again, I come from a StarCraft mindset, where if you didn't make your first mistake, then you wouldn't have to worry about the rest of the game. Obviously, Skullgirls is not StarCraft, but, like, there's still some value in it. Yeah, flight is kind of scary here. So you can fly. That should give you a huge advantage, yeah, because of that. Exactly because of that. But you do have to still respect item drop and air show George. Also, props to TB Fish. I don't even know if TB Fish realizes that they're doing this, but I just want to make it concretely clear. Well, okay, you were doing this. Good job not jumping, is what I was gonna say. Because when you jump, you shift the screen up, and when you shift the screen up, you actually give Pinwheel more space to fly upward, and will permanently increase the amount of space Pinwheel can fly in, because of meta reasons. So it's really kind of funny. So right now, the roof of the screen is like the limit to how high Pinwheel can fly, but when you jump, that roof moves up, so now Pinwheel can fly more high, which screws you over. That's not a combo. Okay, so item drop is gone, you should press jumping hard punch. When you don't have to worry about item drop, and so you use double jump to get over Airstore George with Squiggly, and you use, once item drop is gone, you can use jumping hard punch to close the space. You can convert off of jumping hard punch with SBO. That kind of knowledge will just kind of come with familiarity with the character, and it's usually a little bit more advanced than I want you to worry about right now. Right now, you just gotta focus on your basics, but it's something to keep in mind. You could have closed the distance a lot more quickly, basically. On Peacock's side, use item drop to shut down Squiggly's approach. When you see them in the air, that's when you should be using item drop. You should also be using heavy item drop. Not heavy item drop. Medium? Heavy? Medium? Heavy item drop when they're full screen, obviously, and medium item drop when they're close. Light item drop rarely comes in handy. It's only if you want to keep very specific options available because you don't have to hold a button down. In my opinion. Not literally forever. It's higher until Pain Will lands. Yeah, thank you, Starbarian. Let's see. When you guys are getting these hits, you guys got to make the most of them. This is why it's incredibly important to finish your combos, or to be consistent with your combos. It's extremely important. Okay. Nice respecting the item drop. I dig it. Should not be using light item drop. Should be using medium. Medium item drop goes from your character all the way to halfway across the screen. Heavy item drop goes from halfway across the screen all the way to the end of the screen. There's almost no reason to use light. Unless you're like trying to keep punch move open while still building item or something like that, you know what I mean? Nice blocks. So, interesting fact, Hard Light Blacksmith, is Painwheel's super, like, what is it called, the Buer super? I don't remember. Her air super can basically cancel into itself, so if you get a hit on your opponent, you can do it again. Or if they block it, you can make it safe by doing it again in frame trap. You have plenty of meter to work with, and I know it's pretty smart to save meter for Squiggly, because Squiggly eats meter like it's nobody's business. Squiggly eats meter faster than Google eats up my RAM. Like, that's what I'm talking about. So meter is nice on Squiggly, for sure. But it might have been worth it to try and frame trap the Parasol instead with another air super. Or DHC into Squiggly with SBO and then keep your Painwheel alive. That would have been even better. Because then with SBO, she's safe and she has to respect a mix-up, which is super good. Oh, hey there, Hydra. What's up? I miss you. I'm sad you didn't make it to the tournament last night. It was a fun time.
Let's get a round of applause for our contestants.
You missed not knowing anything about the game. Yeah. I feel like it's like a standard rule for all video games where the more you learn about how the game actually works, the more you hate it. Doesn't stop you from playing it, but goddamn. Holy shit, it's seen Conroy. What's up? Oh, we got the counter hit touch. That's what I'm talking about. Finish your combo. Finish your food. Eat your peas. Eat your peas. Oh, we got another counter hit. Dude, Fish, it is hard to get out of pressure with Peacock. The only button you should be pressing is punch move. Literally, mash punch move until you have 2 meter. When you have 2 meter, DHC out with Lenny into something else. Like, there are probably better plans from much more better Peacock players, but honestly, like, the better the Peacock player, the more you'll see them use punch move. Like, that move is punishable, that move is great, you can play around it, I mean, the move is horrible, you can play around it, but at the same time, the move is great because you have to play around it. If you can make your opponent play a very specific way because of a single button, that shit is dope. No reason for that snipe, didn't make any sense. Oh, we got the touch. Let's go. This is not something you have to really worry about in beginner bracket, but snipe is 100% reactable every time. If your opponent's not pressing a button, or if you see a pain wheel flying or something like that, if you try to use snipe, they can see that entire startup animation and flight cancel. Like, that is not difficult to do. And in beginner bracket, it will be difficult to do, don't get me wrong. So don't feel bad, Hard Light Blacksmith, if you just kind of got lucky. But that will become easy for you. Good shit. I haven't seen that burst bait in a long time. I like that. Also, I don't know what it is about you and playing hard characters, Hard Light Blacksmith, because you are playing the two hardest characters in the game, probably. In my honest opinion. Good shit. Was it you? Were you the person I shared? Give me 1 second. Yeah! Okay, so you were doing the combos that I was showing. Alright, awesome. I was wondering if you were practicing those. Yeah, okay, dope. So saving Silver Cord for the end lets you set up for the Liver Mortis burst bait, and it worked, you saw, right? That shit works. So good stuff. You are saving your Silver Cord, you're not scaling your combo with it. While you can get more damage by using Silver Cord and then using meter in the middle, saving it for the end and then just saving it up for DHC and using it in neutral is a lot more beneficial for Squiggly. So good shit, good shit. I am happy to see that you are practicing that. In. Light for no reason. Gotta see those punch moves. There we go. Do it again. Just do it again. Nice. See, you built enough space. You're now out of pressure. Good work. Punch move. That works too. Ah, even better. Snipe. Good shit. Get the unscaling too. Nice blocks. Let's be able to convert. You should be building a charge there. Hardly, you gotta start. So this is not something that you have to worry about in beginner bracket. But like you're like almost ready for intermediate. Honestly, like, you are like right there. The only thing holding you back is charging. Like it kind of sucks that I have to tell you about like charge tech in beginner bracket, but you are not playing half the character, if not more than half the character, if you're not practicing charge stuff. So it is awesome that you've learned this route. It is awesome that you are setting up with burst baits. It is awesome that you're getting these resets that you want to do. Good shit. You're not making stuff safe with Sansels, and you're not building charge. When you have your opponent bouncing on SBO like that, unless they got hit more than 3 times before they started bouncing on SBO, let me explain that better. So SBO has 5 hits. This is an intermediate bit of advice, higher intermediate. SBO has 5 hits. If you hit your opponent in SBO and they're in a knockdown state, they'll be flung upward. But sometimes they're not high enough to start bouncing on SBO and will just be hit multiple times by SBO. If they start bouncing on SBO after 3 hits of SBO or less, then you have enough time to build a charge and hit your opponent and still convert. So practice those things. On top of that, if you time it right, you can go into Squiggly's infamous standing medium punch stancel setup. Once you're done building that charge, you still get the charge too. But I think that has to be 2 hits or less before they start bouncing on SBO. If that didn't make any sense, don't worry about it. What I'm trying to say is, you got to start building charge in any gap you can find a chance to do so. Build charge. Once you have charge, you'll start using it and you'll start liking it. Once you start liking it, then you start working on stancels. I'm really sorry, but you take me off of today, Crank. Yeah, sure. No problem, Snapple. Hope you're alright, okay? Take care.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's
And make fun of both of them in my honor. Yeah, sure, no problem. I got you. I do like this weaving around though. Like, you guys are showing that you guys have been playing the game. Like, I am seeing that neutral movement, and I am digging it. Okay. Good. 4. So that reset, but that's okay. Intent was there. I understand. Chipped him out with Viewer of all things. That's wild. Misspaced cremation, unfortunate. Happens. What do you do when your peacock and those bastards are like right above you and they're about to hit you? You die. That should never happen. What you actually do is you use Lenny and DHC out into your other character. If you don't have DHC, you hope for a miracle punch move, but honestly, you basically just die. You could block. You could. Okay, that's not completely true. So let's say you don't have 2 meter to DHC out. What do? What you do is you up back. You can also teleport. Yes, and use iframes from there, but that often won't work because they can just cancel into any special in the air, and then you're fucked. So generally speaking, what you do is you up back, you block, and then you push block on the last hit of whatever multi-hitting move they're doing, because they're probably landing on you with a multi-hitting move. Yeah, so you push block, you build that space, they try to approach you on the ground, you use M-Bang, they try to approach you in the air, you rinse and repeat. Basically, you want to build enough space where you can safely teleport out of there. Or maybe set up a, like, George's Day Out, like the Walking George. Get out of there. Good blocks, TB Fish. But again, like I mentioned earlier, Parasol has all the anti-airs that you can ever ask for. Standing Hard Punch, Pillar, what else? Punch Medium Punch where people are low to the ground, or instant air dashing, so on and so forth. Alright, Hardlight, you gotta pull some Miracle out. You got 8 seconds on the clock. Oh, that's not a Miracle. Get a touch! Ah! Unfortunate. Good use of a really long and slow move, TB Fish, because that has iframes up the butt. So, good stuff. Even if they blocked it, you would have burnt a lot of time, so that's good stuff. Quick tip for Sniper, if you hit someone in the air with Sniper, you can't convert without DHCing. If you hit them and they were grounded, you can pick up with OTG. Oh, okay. Oh, so it uses up OTG when they slam to the ground. I mean, I guess that makes sense. So the crumple won't have OTG. That makes sense. Huh. That's like really similar to Daisy. Okay. I mean, like, not exactly the same as Daisy, but like, similar concept to Daisy. I get that. Air Sniper has more recovery than grounded. Oh, it just has more recovery? Like the frames are just longer? That's bizarre. That is not what I expected. Never mind. They specifically added more recovery to Snipe if it hits them in the air. That's bizarre. So it's not like they don't have OTG. It's not like the purple sparks are gone. Like, they just take too long to recover. Never mind, that's bizarre. That is so weird. Okay. That sounds familiar. Like, I'm not surprised by this, but, like, it is bizarre. That is actually the case. Okay, is Dark Blue Spark back? Alright. I apologize, BitVanBite. I think we're gonna push back just a little bit. Nah, actually, I don't know. I kind of want to get BitVanBite in right about now. I apologize, BitVanBite. I think we're gonna hold back just a little bit more. We're gonna wait till the end. Right now we're gonna go ahead and get Snapple swapped out. So we're gonna go ahead and get Lopto versus Hydra. You too good at this game. Who did Snapple want me to make fun of? Put Vari versus Hydra in and make fun of both of them. Either Variant or nor Hydra signed up today. Lopto is here. Sure, Hydra or Variant, whichever one of you want to get in, go ahead and play. Just don't be too bully. Preferably whoever has better internet. Alright, Hydra's in. Let's go. Your Wi-Fi is trying its best. Oh no. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, if you are playing, please pause the stream. Please make sure you are on Ethernet. You might think your Wi-Fi is fantastic. It probably is. That's not the point. Wi-Fi inherently has packet drops as a part of the infrastructure. And no matter what, it will not be as good as Ethernet. Ethernet will provide stability, which is what's important. Please make sure you're playing on Ethernet. Please make sure you're pausing the stream. Make sure you're setting your GGPO settings. I recommend 1 per every 80 ping you have with your opponent. Just gotta be careful. I don't know what else to say. Just play smart. Respect your opponent by playing on a good connection. Alright, what do we got? Okay, looks kind of smooth. Well, okay. That's not good. That's not a good sign. Okay, spacing out your opponent. Hydra, I didn't know you had a fortune, so I'm assuming that's confusion here. Let's see. I don't know if the connection's actual ass or if you guys are playing smoothly. Just tell me after the stream. Or after this match. No conversion off the throw. Hydra doesn't play this character, sure, but this is intermediate bracket, so I'm expecting both the... Well, maybe not Hydra. I'm expecting at least Lopto to get solid hit confirms. Let's see. Okay, you shouldn't be raw tagging, by the way. Raw tagging would have costed your character and gotten your Fluko snapped back in. That would have been real bad. Raw tagging is one of those things you sprinkle in as like a surprise mix-up out of like really, really strong pressure. But in general, you should not be raw tagging. It's very, very dangerous. Has really high recovery and will just get you heavy counter hit. Nice blocks though. Respect. Can't raw tag if you play solo. Wise words. Oh, the conversion almost. The boats. So the way boat into DP works is you have to hit them while they're in a knockdown state. If you hit them with boat is a sweep. So when you hit someone with a sweep, I mean this is beginner advice. You should probably know that what the sweep does. But like basically when you get hit by a sweep, your opponent's invulnerable until what's it called? Until they get back up. So if they're in a knocked down state, then you can hit them with sweep and still be able to convert off of it. So if you hit your opponent with boat when you're in a knockdown state, then you can DP convert. Thank you for your sacrifice, friend. So was the connection bad? I just need to know if the connection was bad. But why is Variant and Lopto in here? Or and Hydra in here? Should be Lopto versus one of you two. What's going on? Barry wants to go, is that cool? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Go for it. That's fine. Lopto, you're gonna be fighting some sort of weird tag team between Hydra and Variant. Because your opponent had to go. So, good stuff. You're getting bullied. I mean, I certainly hope not. Skullgirls Get Gr8 is a bully-free stream, for the most part. For the most part, it is a bully-free stream.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's showtime!
Nice head spike. Good stuff. Stuffing your opponent's approach. That hit low. That sucks. Push block more. Come on, Lopto. Push block. There we go. Fill that space. No reason to use that drill super there. I don't know why that came out. You want to be using that at the end of your combos. There's no reason to throw that super out. It's not like a good reversal or anything. Raw tag is... You gotta be careful when you're doing a raw tag. I mentioned this before. So you're already demonstrating that... you're demonstrating that you need a little bit more patience when it comes to getting out of pressure. You shouldn't be raw tagging. Come on. Oh, got the overhead. Let's go. Got the side switch. Oh, the cat. Hopping on. Liza's out of the picture. Good BFF. We see the full conversion. That is not a full conversion. Okay. Hit the head when the body isn't in your face. Free damage. It's true. When the head is near you and you're not in threat of dying anytime soon, like your opponent's not about to hit you, then please hit the head, because the head takes 50% damage. If you hit both the body and the head, the character in total takes 150% damage, which is good. Do that. Smack the egg. crushed man's skull between legs like Sparrow's egg. Between thighs or between legs? Whatever, doesn't matter. Practicing for the tag team tournament tomorrow. There's a tag team tournament tomorrow? Team drop air. Oh.
Everyone good to go?
Your brother also trying to make breakfast? That super makes no sense to use in that situation. Long startup, you want to be using it at the end of your combos because it does a ton of damage even though it's fully scaled, which is really, really good. Kind of awkward for DHCs, but like still something that you can be using. Oh wait, that's Hydra. Liza, what the fuck? Hydra, what the fuck are you doing? You know better than that. Sliding knockdown. Okay. So a reminder that crouching hard kick is a sweep. So like at this point I'm just gonna give basic advice. Because these are habits you need to get out of your system right now. So crouching hard kick is a sweep. You can't convert off of that. That is not your go-to button unless you are trying to do a desperation low, basically. If you are desperate for a low as a heavy button, then that's what you do. But otherwise you only do it if you're converting off of OTG. Alright, Dark Blue Spark is here. So late, yeah, there's still time. We moved your matchup to the end. Don't worry about it. Okay. I cannot believe that worked. That is not a reversal super. Normally you would have died there. So Hydra, you got incredibly lucky. Lopta, what you did there was totally fine. Don't take that as like, oh man, I should not have used DP against my opponent in that situation. That would have worked. Yeah, why are you watching Sharpie? Did Sharpie teach Hydra? Wasn't Sharpie Hydra like the Dream Team commentary or something like low kick? Good stuff. You're playing Sharpie. You don't know a lot of this stuff, not gonna lie. Understandable. I hate to break it to you, Crunchy. I really hate saying this, but I think your Eliza is better than your Fuko right now. Not to be fair though, Eliza's a significantly easier character than Fuko. Yeah, round start, walk up, Lady of Slaughter. That's the classic Sharpie. So I was gonna save this until the end, but at this point I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out there because there's not much reason to wait. So Lopto, it's cool. I like your team. It's not a team that you get to see very often. Fuqua is pretty cool. That's fine. You can go ahead and play Fuqua. Eliza is fine also, although I hate Eliza, personally speaking, but that's okay. But like you can do lots of work with this team, like that's fine. Don't worry about your team composition. You need to work on your fundamentals. Please don't take this the wrong way, but it might be useful for you to enter the beginner bracket because that beginner bracket is where people practice combos, consistency, fundamentals, like just getting familiar with their character, so on and so forth. And I'm not saying that you are a beginner level player. I mean, you might be, I don't know. But what I'm trying to get at is that you would get more use out of the advice I give during the beginner bracket, like about the fundamentals, the resources, so on and so forth, than you would from intermediate when I'm talking about frame data, when I'm talking about specific setups and resets, and like character-specific interactions. Because of that, it might be more useful for you to be in beginner bracket for now. Ultimately, it's obviously your choice. I'm not going to tell you what bracket to be in. You fill out the sign-up form, but it's not helpful for me to tell you about like I mean, I don't know Eliza frame data. Like, I don't need to tell. If I tell you that Fortune has the 5-frame jab, so it's like really, really hard to deal with. She can jab out of anything. It's also very functional anti-air. This is the button you want to use to interact with it. That's very specific information. Like, that's not going to be useful for you right now. So sign up for beginner, and I think build that consistency. Check out the B&B compendium, like I mentioned earlier, and see if you can do your combo 10 times in a row, left and right, with all your characters, so on and so forth. It'll also just like get some experience playing online, like build your neutral skills, build your matchup experience, so on and so forth. You got that? Alright, awesome. I hope I didn't want to be rude when I said that. Like, I'm not saying that you're a beginner level player necessarily. I just think you need the beginner level like advice. This still doesn't sound good. How the fuck do I word this? What's a proper way to word this, guys? Either way, Crunchy gets it. Crank toxic. You need the foundation. You've hit rock bottom, and it's a solid foundation. No, I'm kidding. You're not rock bottom. You're fine. You're doing fine for someone with your level of experience. You just need to practice your fundamentals more. And beginner bracket is where people practice their fundamentals, is what I'm trying to say. Could not get out of my dojo.
Gentlemen and ladies, it's showtime!
The spacing I'm seeing here. Good stuff. Throw out some buttons, do some fun stuff. You gotta use your specials more too. Like, you have Albus and Horus that you should been. Well, Horus you should be using when your fortune's approaching you from the air and stuff like that. Albus you should, and you also have standing medium punch, which is an amazing anti-air button, if not the best anti-air button in the game. Penny might disagree. Penny thinks there's one button that might be a little bit better, and you can check that out. But the other button you should be using is like Horus, not Horus, Albus and. Is it Horus? I don't know. It's just, you should be throwing out your throne, and you should be throwing out the sewer move. I think they're both Horus. It's like Bird Insurance and the throne are both Horus, I think. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Don't try to space with HDP. What the fuck's the point of that? Oh, a little bit late, but you could have converted that into a launcher. Or sect you up. Good blocks, good push block. Should have push blocked sooner. You want to try and push block that first hit. Yeah, that crouching leg kick is a single hit move. You should be push blocking that. Level 3 is gonna kill. Good shit. Okay, so that's 5 games? Yes, that is 5 games. Alright, so, sorry you got tag teamed by Hydra and Variant, but, like, hopefully I was able to give some advice on basically, like, what buttons you should be using, when you should be using Sweep, how you should be throwing out your specials with Eliza, how you shouldn't be using Drill Super is something else I talked about. Raw tag less, that is something that you gotta get out of your system ASAP. What else? And the BNB Compendium. Again, I'll mention the exclamation mark BNB into Twitch chat. Gives you a link to the compendium of combos. Get consistency combos, do them 10 times in a row, left and right, on the entire cast. Long story short, I've already said that like 3 times throughout this thing, so if you want to see the full speech, check out the beginner bracket. But yeah, we should be good. We're going to rewind back to the beginner bracket, since we're still talking about the beginner bracket, to go ahead and get Dark Blue Spark versus Bit Van Byte on stream right now, and then we're going to go back to the intermediate bracket to finish off the last 2 matches. Let's go! Oh, techless. Bit Van Byte is already ready to go. Jumping on in, that's what I want to see. Still waiting on Dark Blue Spark. Let me know when you're in, or if you're having any trouble, reach out to me on the Be Great group chat, or the Get Great group chat, by typing exclamation mark. 0 lobbies found. What? Really? Okay. Let me restart Skullgirls. Meanwhile, I'm gonna get a new link for you, but the old link should be working just fine. Yeah, it's the same link, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same link. Yeah, restart Skullgirls and try again. If that doesn't work, I have a couple of other ideas of what we can do. Oh, are you looking? Oh, you were trying to search the. No. We don't. We have a private lobby because we used to have the problem with like so many people trying to jump into the lobby. Yeah, he was trying to join a public lobby. Alright, we good. There's like a... Did you know Gaming? Like the one that's like a parody of Did You Know Gaming? They had like a one fact that was out there. Did you know Skullgirls was called Skullgirls because most women have skulls? Fucked up if true. They do. I mean, biologically speaking, they might. I'm not a doctor.
I apologize. This is true love we're making.
My gut says maybe. Oh, the combo. That's what I want. That was a full and dizzy combo. Holy shit! Right away. Good use of getting like. All right, so after that combo, you still had attacker's advantage, from my understanding. Like, you're still plus, so you could have kept on applying pressure. You didn't have to back off there, but the fact that you played neutral again just to go into the combo again, I respect that. That's good shit. Oh, you did cancel into the combo a little bit too late. That's unfortunate. Bring out the heavy armored move, or the hyper armored move. Semi hyper armor? I don't know. Can you sweep that? I think you can sweep that. It's like pseudo hyper armor. Nice kill. Okay. Okay. Something I mentioned earlier, there's actually very little reason to be holding standing back. There are much better options if you want to build space against your opponent. You can dash backwards. If you're just trying to be defensive, you can up back. Or you can down back if you're expecting a low. Holding standing block is usually pretty pointless, but it's not something you have to really worry about right now, as long as you have the blocks. Squiggly is a somewhat reactionary character, so it's actually a little bit more acceptable. I believe in the context I was talking about, it was a Parasol character, which it made a lot less sense to do that. Okay. Okay, Bitman Bite. So, I'm going to tell you right now that you are almost an intermediate level player. You seem pretty familiar with the character, you have a route, you're consistent with the combo when you win neutral. What you gotta worry about... It's 7 hits of armor? Yeah, that's what I thought. You can definitely sweep the armor grab. Okay. Anyway, going back. So what you need to work on right now is you need to work on getting a bit more matchup experience and getting a hit confirm off of other moves. You seem to be pretty good at and consistent at converting off of combos and stuff, but you need to be setting up... You gotta be varying up your moves a little bit. You need to set up shadows for wake-up setups. You don't have to back off and then try to get another... Play neutral again, get a hit, and then try to do your full combo again. That's not how you have to play. So when you have pressure on your opponent, keep the pressure. When your opponent is knocked down, set up for a shadow so you can make your mix-up safe and things like that. That's just basically how you play Fuqua. Throw out fireballs when you're far away from your opponent like that. But once you get a touch and you finish your combo, or like stop early in your combo, set up a shadow, and then go for a reset. So learn a couple of resets on her. Just be a little bit more consistent with her, and I think you'll be ready for intermediate. But like maybe one more week in beginner is what I'm saying. Dark Blue Spark, you're playing really, really defensive, and I respect that, but ultimately, the only way you're going to win is if you hit your opponent. So I see you jumping in a lot against your opponent. That's good shit. Oh, you got a touch. You shouldn't be using jumping medium punch. You should be using jumping medium kick in that route. You should also be trying to build charge whenever you have gap in like a little bit of time, like your opponent's not approaching you. You should be trying to... Let's see. What else? When you're approaching your opponent, and your opponent's close to you, you can be pressing Jumping Light Kick. Jumping Light Kick is Squiggly's best approach tool. It's very, very easy to be able to... What's it called? To get a hit with that, because that move is really, really good. It's perfectly in front of her in a way that like it almost guarantees that it's going to work out in your favor. It's hard to explain in detail without going to advanced hitbox information about why that move is so good. But Jumping Light Kick is your main approach tool. Don't just empty jump all the time. Like, you can press Jumping Light Kick. You gotta hit your opponent before things work out. Like, you can't just jump at your opponent and then wait for a chance to press a button. Sometimes you just gotta believe. You can't react necessarily in a fifth of a... or in a... what's it called? A tenth of a second. So sometimes you just gotta believe that, alright, my opponent is approaching me, I'm gonna throw a Jumping Light Kick. If not, I'll take the bait. The odds of them punishing you for pressing Jumping Light Kick is very difficult unless they're specifically throwing out a lot of anti-airs. Variant saying, Krang, fix my play. I've plateaued. I can definitely help you do that. You'll have to play double. Oh no, God forbid. I can definitely help you do that. If you can kind of narrow down what you think you've plateaued in, or like are you just like running out of things to practice? Did you just not know what to do next, or are you like actually just unable to improve on something you're trying to improve on? Like, based on that, we can kind of break you through your plateau. Just talk to me. Just reach out to me on Discord and we can talk that out. Also, there's multiple people who just absolutely love doing VOD reviews in the Get Great Discord. If you want to join the Get Great Discord, Variant, obviously, I know you're in there, but for other people, type !DISCORD into Twitch chat and you'll get a link to join the Discord. But yeah, just reach out to me in the Discord and I'll see, we can work through it together, do a VOD review, whatever you want to do. Kenji, I know, likes to do VOD reviews. A lot of other players like to do VOD reviews, so reach out to them. Variant also said, giving phenomenal advice. That's what I love to hear. I mean, I'm trying. I don't know what I said, and I'm assuming that was a joke. But like, yeah. Jumping hard kick, it shouldn't be your go-to reversal option. So out of pressure, you should be pressing standing light punch, Dark Blue Spark. So when you are being hit a lot and you notice your opponent has stopped hitting you, started blocking, press standing light punch, not standing hard kick. Armor grab, no conversion. You can convert off of that with BFF. You have 3 meter, use it. At the throw, you had 2 meter, you can convert off of that with SBO. If you have punch charge, you can also convert off of it with center stage, so you can save yourself a meter. If you have tail charge, you can convert off of it with silver cord, but you use up, in both of those cases, you use up OTG, so you have to be very careful with how you route your combo afterwards. If you're not really familiar with how OTG works, reach out to me on Discord and I can explain it in a bit more detail. Super. Alright, so there you should have set up a shadow sooner. You didn't need to up back out of there. Like, you should have instantly set up a shadow and then jumped forward. That's what I mean by like setting up for more pressure and like doing a reset and stuff, or like wake up pressure. You don't always have to finish your combo. And the reason for that is, so this is a bit more intermediate. Actually, wait, there's a link on how scaling works. Let me see if I have that. So this is not everything I'm talking about, but this is relevant to what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go ahead and post a link on damage scaling. But basically, the idea is that when you're as you do a long combo, you'll notice that green bar under your opponent's health bar fill up. When that happens, you are limiting how long your combo can be. That light green bar will not disappear instantly when you finish your combo. It drains slowly, relatively slowly. So what you have to do is you have to do resets early to try and slow down how fast that green bar is filling up. Earlier, I shouldn't say early. And the reason that's important is because when the green bar is full, when it's flashing green, you're actually instantly fully scaling your combo. So your combo is starting by doing all your moves doing about 30% of the damage they normally do, which is obviously not good. You want to be able to do a lot of damage. So when you reset early, you're slowing down how fast that green bar is filling up. See, so right now, even if you got a reset, if you got a hit on your opponent while that green bar was still full, even if you completely started a brand new combo all over, that combo would only be 2 strings long, and on top of that, all of it would be doing 30% damage, 20% damage. Sorry, robot. Thank you. 20% is max scaling. My bad. I misspoke. Lunar said he'd be coming at some point, he just never showed up. That's fine. He's tired. Let the man sleep. Grab. So using the armor grab a lot. The other command grab might actually be better sometimes, because it's a lot faster. So speed is very, very important in a fighting game, whereas a move is like even just a 1/10 of a second faster, it's often really, really good. So unless you are expecting your opponent to be specifically pressing a button, go ahead and throw out the normal command grab to reset your opponent.
It's over. I think we got it.
Yeah, like... Does it drain during block stun? Sort of. It won't start draining during block stun. If it's a true... So, it's hard to explain. So yes, it will drain during block stun, but it will not start draining until there is a gap in your pressure that is 6 frames or more. So basically, if you do a block string and it's like super tight, like there's like only 2 to 3 frame gaps in between your pressure, then the on dizzy bar will never drain. It will drain in a true block string. It just won't start draining in a true block string. I believe that's how that works. I haven't read up on it in like 6 months, I think, because I usually right before every major I do a quick skim on all the mechanics and stuff. But like, I believe that's how that works. Not 6 months, 4 months, 4 months probably. No, it would be 6 months because I commentated in CEO Otaku in September or whatever. I think you can improve a lot if I finish my pain wheel. There's no finishing a character variant, just so you know. You're not satisfied with your parasol. Okay. I got invited to a Steam group like a year ago, though, by some random dude who beat the shit out of me in quick play. Damn. That's pretty savage, but I mean, that's good to know that people are advertising Get Great. They're still on my Steam friend list. I just don't talk to them. Let's see. If everyone is great, then nobody is. Oh my god. That's incredible. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, so I'm generally speaking liking Dark Blue's defense. Like, I know they're getting hit a lot, but they're also just like, they've been doing a pretty good job just being defensive at like a reasonable pace. So Dark Blue, I think you're like, you're building the right mindset, but you just gotta, right now you need to practice pressing buttons more. Like you're blocking just enough, but the times you are not blocking, you are not pressing a button, so you're not actually getting anything done. So press buttons more, build charge more, push block a little bit more to get out of pressure. But I saw a couple of push blocks. I think if I threw out that thing, I might be hallucinating, but I'm pretty sure I saw that. So you're getting there. Just get it. Practice your combos again. BNB Compendium in Twitch chat. !BNB. Make sure you can do your combos 10 times in a row, left and right. Then we can start talking about better combos. We can start talking about more advanced stuff. But I guess it's weird to say this, but the thing you need to work on most right now is neutral. And that's kind of strange to say that in Skullgirls. And by what I mean by neutral is that if you don't throw out a hitbox, your opponent won't get hit. Do I follow up with one of the BNB combos after a push block? Yes and no. So it's hard to explain. So push block doesn't mean it's your turn to get a hit. Like, right? Like, when you push block, you are building space so that you can return to neutral. There's no tension, so to speak. Because you are in neutral, you now have another chance to get a hit on your opponent. Once you get a hit on your opponent, you do your BNB. However, right now, if you get a hit on your opponent, you won't be able to do a BNB, so you won't get anything out of it. But the reason I say the thing you need to work on first right now is to throw out buttons more, feel more confident throwing out attacks, is because you're not even getting that far. Right now, you push block your opponent, you build space, and then you don't get a hit on your opponent. So you need to start throwing out jumping like it. You got to start pressing standing light punch out of pressure. You got to start using SBO to convert off of certain moves or hit your opponent when they're approaching you at a specific distance, so on and so forth. So we need a Bayo Think as a channel emote. It is a channel emote, Dr. Doc, by the way. I believe Penny made it. Somebody made it for us, or maybe I stole it. I honestly don't know. Regardless, rewinding. So first step is you push block. You're doing that. Good shit. You're blocking stuff. Awesome. Second step is when you're playing neutral, you have to approach your opponent. You have to throw out buttons. You have to press jumping leg kick. You have to press attack buttons in general, and get a hit on your opponent. Third step, combo off of your attack. Bit Van Bite is there. Bit Van Bite is at the step where they are comboing off their attack. And then the fourth step would be to like reset, mix up your opponent, apply pressure to your opponent, so on and so forth, and playing the rest of the game. Then the steps after that, intermediate, is doing specific setups, set play, frame data, tightening up your execution, so on and so forth. So right now, Dark Blue, you're on that like second-ish step where you need to start feeling confident in throwing out attacks and hitting your opponent. It's okay to get hit sometimes because you made a bad call. It is better to get hit trying to hit your opponent than to never hit your opponent at all, if that makes sense. So yes, you will follow up with the B&B combos after a push block, but like there's a step in between. You have to get a hit. So after you push block, you get a hit. After you get a hit, you do a combo. Which is why it's important to learn a combo so you're familiar with the character's tools and all that stuff, because it'll be easier to get a hit. So in the lab, you should be practicing your combos, but in actual games, you should be practicing getting hits, and then going into your combo. That was that was like a... Hopefully that explanation wasn't too complicated. I was trying my best to keep it as simple and as linear as possible. But like, everything you practice factors in. Everything you practice is gonna contribute to what you do. But you did understand. That's good shit. That's what I want to hear. Awesome. Bitvanbite, I talked about a few things regarding Fuqua, like using the armor grab a little bit too much. You want to reset a little bit earlier. I talked about damage scaling and Undizzy a little bit. So I get you're like right there. Like you just gotta clean up your execution just a little bit. Gotta be a little bit more aggressive because that's just the Skullgirls mindset. In a lot of other games like Guilty Gear and stuff like that, in case you came from those games, it is common to play Oki. Like, you get your opponent into a knockdown state, and then you back off, you replay neutral. That is not the case in team fighters, or specifically, and especially not in Skullgirls. Skullgirls is one of the most aggressive team fighters in the game. You need to be resetting your opponent. You need to be constantly applying your pressure. You need to constantly be making your opponent cry. Long story short. You're being too honest, and that's holding you back. Once you clean that up just a little bit, you're good to go. So that was 5 games. Good shit. We're going to go back to intermediate bracket. We still got 2 more sets, because this week we had a lot of people sign up. Well, a lot more people than usual. I think our record was we had 23 people sign up, but it hasn't been that way in like 3 years. So we're going to go ahead and get Izuna versus Dry Eyes in here. Hopefully they're still here. Let's go, Izuna and Dry Eyes. I didn't see them in chat really at all, so hopefully they are here. Izuna is here. Confirmed! But is Dry Eyes here? My voice is giving up. That's not good. Dry Eyes is here. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's go. Let me explain. Shouts to like the 6 weebs in chat that probably understood that reference. The dubs are coming in. Alright, let's see where we are with these guys.
You little in the middle, but you got much back.
Got much back, let's go! Throwing out the pillar, backing off, building charge. Kind of understandable, kind of not. Ban has H-Brass, which means... I mean, I guess you can punch H-Brass with center stage SBO, so it's not that bad of an idea. The idea is, though, like, your opponent can counter-call your assist when you throw a pillar like that and just space it out and then just try to build charge in the back. So you have to be ready to punish, because one of the main values of assists is counter-calling. As soon as your opponent calls an assist, then you call your assist to punish their assist. Pillar specifically is really good for anti-airing. If your Squiggly has a blind spot, more or less, in the, like, 2 o'clock position, like, right in front and above her, and Pillar covers that spot perfectly. So you really want to be using that as your opponent's like approaching you. Not necessarily always defensively, because obviously using assist defensively can get you double snapped. That sucks. But throwing it out like that for no reason is not necessarily helpful. Each giant steps. Brass. SSJ. Push blocks. Good push blocks. Expect it. Try to push block the first hit a little bit more. It's one of those more advanced tips. That's something that like it's gonna take you the rest of your life to get good at. But push blocking that first hit is something extremely important. There are 2 types of push blocks in this game, according to Mr. Peck. There's preemptive push blocking, and then there's push blocking on reaction. Push blocking on reaction is where you're waiting till you get hit, and then you're push blocking the second hit. Push blocking preemptively is you're seeing the hit coming towards you, and then you are push blocking. Both of which can be punished in different ways. So being able to do both is also important, though. If you're always push blocking on reaction, that's not good. Stomp cremation is sort of blockable because of unblockable protection. like the high-low production, if there's a high or a low from two separate sprites that are less than 6 frames apart, then you will be able to block both without issue. Also, it is very difficult to time both of them at the same time. It is near impossible, in fact, because what you have to do is only the first hit of cremation that you respect is going to be low. This is one of those really quirky things that's like, it's one of those advanced topics of Skullgirls where Skullgirls cremation has 4 hits, and all 4 of them are low, but they stop being low as soon as one of them hits or is blocked. So because of that, only one of the multi-hitting low do you actually have to worry about hitting low, which makes unblockables even less likely, so to speak. Okay, got the sliding knockdown. You should have gone into a full combo from that. Guys, come on, you definitely know, right, though, you could have comboed into a full combo from there. There's no reason to do that. If you used Sound Stun, they could have E-braked into a combo and gone an OTG-less route or something like that. If you did not use Sound Stun, then you should have been able to convert with Embrace. You didn't need to use A-Train. E-brake, same side. Good shit. Good shit. Good stuff. Try to say both those at the same time. Good sit. Good sit tough. Conversion stuff. OTG-less route. Let's go. That's not the OTG-less route. Saving some on Dizzy. Going to level 3. Unscaling a little bit. That's okay. So level 3 is one of those supers that it doesn't matter if you just go into it with full on Dizzy because it's already fully scaled. So you honestly, you didn't need to finish your combo, so, and I respect that. You did the right thing, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, just in case, I want to say, don't feel the need to go into level 3 with Big Band fully, like with unscaling. Like, it's not necessary. You can just go in with full on Dizzy. You only get a little bit of extra damage.
Try to keep it cute, huh? Let's rock!
Good wall bounce. Using the light conversion. Oh, okay, you went for an air reset. Zero on Dizzy. I'm good. Sucks. That's tough. Okay, so you could have HDP'd out of that situation, but HDP sucks. Squiggly basically doesn't have a DP, so that really, really sucks. You should have been looking for a DHC opportunity because you did. I think you still already had 2 meter. I could be wrong. You might have built the meter afterwards, but it looked like you had 2 meter. So you could have SBO'd into Bike Super and been mostly safe. Would have been truly safe, I think. Like I think if your opponent PBGC'd perfectly, like they can still punish. This sucks. Parasol vs. Parasol is 7-3. I know that makes no sense, but if you talk to Penny, she can make it make sense. This sucks. I know. So you have an Egret. you use M Egret. It's the anti-projectile Egret. You can do it. You can also use L Egret to cancel after level 3, so you can start applying pressure while your people are still shooting their guns, so you don't have to deal with the recovery of that.
Anybody stop this fighting machine!
You both those players should already know that stuff. I'm just saying that out loud because I don't know, because neither of you guys did it, or rather your opponent didn't do it. ME grid super jump, HK, tier toss, float with MK. Damn. I'm glad I don't play Parasol. That character seems tough. I don't want to deal with that. I'll stick to my Squiggly. My easy peasy Squiggly. For the record, that's a joke. Squiggly's not easy. Don't switch to Squiggly because you think she's easy. That is the wrong answer. Silver Cord. Good shit. Silver Cord is a hit grab, which means it does beat armor. Nice overhead. Converting off of standing. Okay, so you need to start stanceling ASAP. There's no reason you should be playing at this level without stanceling. After what's it called? The Ashes to Ashes, I think it's called. After the overhead, the forward heavy punch, you need to be stanceling into and going into a light if you don't have charge. If you do have charge, going into a medium. Like that is something you need to start practicing right away. Because if you're using Silver Cord, you are scaling your heavy like if you got a counter hit, that would have ruined your combo. You would have scaled your combo to 50% instead of getting the counter hit bonus. You know what I mean? Like that is absolutely not what you need to do. You need to stancel after heavy punch, one hit of it specifically. If you got the reset, you want to stancel into a crouching light kick, convert, do a full combo. Get the snap! Oh, you should have snapped. That's unfortunate. So, after the point character dies, if you're in the corner, snap your opponent's character, because then they'll stay in and you can keep on resetting them, basically. Like, it'll make it a lot easier, trust me. It puts them into a specific state that'll help out. FL and Dizzy's Bike Super does more damage than Snipe. Yes, I mentioned that earlier in the stream, but in case you weren't watching, that is extremely important to note. Only use Snipe if you're trying to DHC out and get the unscaling for the bonus damage, or if you're specifically going for a crumple setup, like you need OTG, but like, or not OTG, like you're crumpling your opponent and then you're setting up Oki. There we go, that's the word. Nice jump on the grab. Reminder, you can only grab grounded opponents with ground grab. SBO. Oh, you weren't block dashing, Dry Eyes. Come on. You block dash. You know you block dash. You shouldn't be doing that. Reminder that in this game, Skullgirls is one of the few games that you can dash while blocking. The optimal way to do that is pressing light punch plus medium punch on the same frame, which is the dash input, which is a dash input. You will dash forward, and just as you start moving forward, holding back. So you'll be holding back and blocking while moving forward for the optimal amount of frames. Counter hit, that's Silver Cord. I mean, I like that you're using Silver Cord a lot in pressure, but it's very dangerous in neutral for exactly that. Dry Eyes, you should have punished the fuck out of that. You should not have raw attacked out. But yeah, so Silver Cord in neutral is extremely dangerous because of exactly that. If your opponent blocks it and they're not point blank, well, okay, I guess even if they are point blank, it's unsafe. And if your opponent avoids it, like they jump over it, you are going to die. Like that move has a billion years of recovery. So doing it out of pressure or doing it in neutral should be a very rare thing. I like that you've been using it again to like deal with your opponent's armor moves, but like risky as hell. Careful. That's what I'm trying to say. Tear shot is funny. You have Emigrit, use it. You have an anti-projectile egret, use it. Use it. Emigrit. Okay. Alright, at least you light egret your level 3 to build time to close space. I mean, Brass kind of undid all that, which kind of sucks. But at least you did one of the two things that you could have done there. I respect that. Hey, there he is! I just watched the hour-long video where Penny video where she's like, this one gets you a burst bait, use it. I was like, okay. Yeah, no, Penny has pretty much made a textbook explanation on how Parasol should be played, and if you aren't watching her guide, you are making a mistake. That guide is literally perfect. Waiting for the Crank Squiggly guide. It's not gonna happen, yo-yo. I honestly don't care enough to make a Squiggly guide, and also there is no right way to play Squiggly because she's missing, like, pivotally useful tools. I should still make a Squiggly guide. I don't know. The thing is, if I make a Squiggly guide, can we get a stream where me and you complain about Squiggly jank? Oh, hell yeah! Let's fucking do it! That sounds fun. We'll do that sometime. I don't know, if we ever have a small, like a small Get Great stream, like only 3 or 4 people signed up, or maybe 5 or 6 even, we'll get you in call, and like let's just bitch about quickly. But yeah, I mean, she's not the worst character in the game by no means at all. Like, she's got a lot of cool stuff. And I want to make a guide, but the problem is that she's not solved. Like, she's so difficult to solve. And if I made a guide for Squiggly, naturally I would make it, like, have resources and references to that are verified by other Squiggly players. Like, I wouldn't upload the guide unless I knew for sure that other Skullgirls players that play Squiggly approve of that guide. But we're in a state where Squiggly is just so... She's not underexplored, but people haven't found the thing where it's like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do. And everybody plays Squiggly super, super differently because of that. So no matter what, there's always a lot of conflict on how Squiggly is supposed to be played. And there's no way to, like, really sum it up. So it's like, I don't know, the Squiggly Guide anthology. Yeah, make an anthology of all the different Squiggly guides that have been out there. That'd be great. Yeah, I don't know. I also just don't value my opinion enough for me to put it out there. That's a personal problem, though. I'll make a Squiggly guide when I get tournament results. If I get top 8 in a tournament, like a real tournament, like at a major, ever, then I'll make a Squiggly guide. Because at that point, I have transcended pretty much every other Squiggly player besides, like, Fuzzy Snugs. And a Divas, technically. Just Squiggly guide by a top 24 player. Yeah, honestly. I mean, I guess technically I got 17th in yesterday's tournament, and CEO Taco got top 25, but I don't deserve those spots. Like, I didn't feel like I played like a top 25 player by any means. Exactly, got 17th at C. Yeah, exactly. Like, do you feel like you deserve 17th at Combo Breaker? I mean, if you do, then that power to you, my dude, because you are really good at this game. Don't get me wrong. Oh shit, hell yeah, that's my boy. That's what I'm talking about. You deserve that shit. You put in work for that. I definitely would not. You beat Sploogey to get out of pools. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty well earned. I mean, I can't... Yeah, okay, fine, you earned that. See, I can't beat Sploogey. My greatest achievement is I beat Drunk Winnie. Like, I beat him real bad, but he was drunk as fuck. Lost to 7 PME, yeah. I want to be able to have a real set with PME and Sev. Like, I want to be at that level before I make a Squiggly guide. Because until then, none of what I say matters because it's not working for me. Why would it work for anyone else? PSN Robo players? Yeah. I need to figure out what to do in that matchup too. I mean, who on PC plays Robo besides Liam? And me, I guess, now, but like I'm not gonna count myself yet. I don't really know how to play. Sev will just play me. Oh no, I play Sev all the time, like on quick match and stuff. I'm not worried about getting the sets. I just can't go even with them. Like if I can go 1-2 or 1-3 against Sev or PME, I feel like I'm good enough to like actually get a place in tournaments. Quigley's pretty cool. Okay. Cool. I think that's... Was that our last matchup? No. I have to fight Dr. Duck. Dr. Duck, get on in here. Where are you at? Are you still here? I mean, we still technically played first, but like, let's do an official set where I give advice from when I actually fight you. I have to actually... I mean, I beat you last time, I guess. I guess I can do it again. Oh, hell yeah. Get in here. Let's play. I'm more excited to actually play games against you than I am to actually give you advice, because I don't know what to really tell you, but let's do it. You said you were gonna play Peacock Band. I'll play, I don't know, Robo Band. Let's go. Post link. Sure thing, boss. Oh, that's not the right link. Ignore that link. Check out this link. If it would work. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's get this shit over here. Let's go. So, okay. Alright, let's do this. I probably won't talk much while we are fighting. I might just make random outbursts and stuff. I'll try to give advice between games if I can think of some stuff. The primary thing I'm going to focus on is your Peacock, because your Peacock's new. A couple things I already said was like, you use Bang 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 way too much. I know that for sure was a problem. You got good at, by the end of the set, at making me block stuff before going into Bang Bang Bang. That's okay. That's good. Because that builds a lot of meter, and that makes me take a ton of chip damage. But Bang 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 puts you in a ton of recovery. If I dodge that first hit, you're fucked. So don't let that happen. Holy shit, my glasses are dirty. Shit. Oh, wait. I was supposed to play Robo Man. I fucked up. Oh, my bad. I'm still probably gonna lose, so we'll find out. Oh, that's not good. Googly gonna die. She's not gonna die. Oh, that's not good. That might be good. Yeah, it didn't work out. That's okay. You're a bully. Actually, you know what? I might actually just stick to my main team because they seem to be bad enough that this matters. That's fine. Is it working out better than you expected, if I remember correctly? Give me just a moment. They seem to be getting a lot better results as you use Bang 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 a little bit less, I noticed. You used it a lot less this time. There's a bit of time where you were just up backing without actually throwing out attacks. Remember, if you want to build space with Peacock, you can up back, jumping hard punch, and air dash cancel it into another jumping hard punch. And that'll give you optimal distance away from your opponent, as well as putting a hitbox in front of you, which is pretty cool. Means people can't chase you in the air and air grab you. Unfortunate. Oops. That kinda sucks. That's a lot of damage. Oh. I just kinda turned my brain off. That was kinda funny. I don't know why I did that. Punish me. Kill me. Kill me! Do it! You won't! I knew it! Oh, I don't have another meter. It's awkward. This chip? Oh, doesn't matter.
Too funky for myself.
I'll take it. I shouldn't take it, but I'll take it. You shouldn't throw out Atrium there in the end. You're playing the big band rock paper scissors too much. You should practice not doing that, like just jumping around and like respecting my options and stuff like that. Try to close some distance on you. Try throwing out symbols a little bit more, so on and so forth. Oh, bitch. Oh, I tried to counter super you too. Fuck. Damn it. No! Understandable. No! We both have meter. The person who does SSJ second wins. It's just like Squiggly, where the person does Daisy second wins, unless you have center stage. Big Man doesn't get a choice though. Oh no. Do I lose? No, I don't. I need to escape. I have a meter and I'm about to die, man. What do you think is gonna happen?
Let's get a round of applause for our
We big band. You understand me. We have the same blood. There's a lot of times where I just feel like your Pico just stops throwing stuff. Like you just kind of forget, oh yeah, I'm supposed to throw projectiles. Which is a little weird. It might just be that you're still getting used to the inputs to keep throwing stuff. Because like that's totally legitimate. A couple other things I can talk about is I'll talk about the walking towards thing next. One second. Nope. What the fuck? Where's my second gun? Oh, that sucks. I got lucky there. That was not skill. Oh, that's not good. You didn't punish me. You should punish me. Keep your awareness up. Your goal should not be to only zone. So, couple things with Peacock. So, I see you like to use teleport and then try to like mix me up a little bit. The reason that setup is broken, and you see a lot of Peacock players do it, is because they throw out Walking George first. So when you're zoning me, don't throw out Boxcar George. Give up a little bit of pressure and throw out Walking George instead. It'll still be tough for me to deal with it, but it'll be easier for me to close distance. But then the important thing is then you can start building up an item drop. Teleport behind me. Walking George will make it safe. You get to get a reset. You get a reset on me. Walking George makes it safe. You get an item drop to cover your reset in case I block it, and then the item drop makes it safe, and you get another reset. That's why that shit is broken, because you get 2 back-to-back safe resets. That's stupid, so to speak. You get to crack me open because they're all ambiguous 50-50 bullshit things. So, like, if you're gonna teleport behind me and try to get a hit, make sure Walking George is out to try and get a hit on me. Start with that first phase first. George's Day Out. Fuck. That sucks. Oh, I didn't get the... Oh, I did get a conversion. What the fuck? Okay. Oops. This is awkward. Please don't tell me to die. God damn it. Fuck. Oh, come on, I neutral hop too. That was really well timed. Good work. Did you catch Squiggly? Oh shit, you did. Flame traps. Good stuff. Okay, I believe... How many games did we play? I was not paying attention. Then did we play a lot more than... How many games did we play? Give me a second. That was 5? Alright, thank you, Chad. 5 or 6. Yeah, we played some games. We played some video games. Oh yeah, well, and then we can get Variant versus Hydra next. Why not? Because we're already doing so many games. Well, who cares? We'll throw that one more in. Me and Variant play, please. Yeah, sure, you got this, fam. But yeah, we'll return to lobby in that case. Alright, good shit, Doctor. But basically, I talked about the main stuff you need to focus on. You gotta focus on your primary Peacock game plan. Like, your Skullgirls fingers are there. I can still see it. Like, it's not like I'm gonna go tell you to learn to B&B, which you obviously should. I trust you that you're already doing that. But it's just your squiggly game plan needs to evolve a little bit. So throwing out George and teleporting behind your opponent, and not only relying on George... what's the zoning? When you are zoning and trying to build space against your opponent, using jumping hard punch, air dash cancel, jumping hard punch. What else? What else? We would have signed up while we were asleep. Oh, okay, no problem. Your squiggly game plan has devolved. That's what I'm talking about. Removing brain cells. I kind of am interested in what chat was saying while that set was going on, because like there was a lot of stuff. Hey there, Ryan. Good to see you here. What's up? Yeah, I'll read through that later. But basically, so just kind of evolving your Peacock game plan a little bit is probably what you want to do. Just honestly, watch games with Mr. Peck, with TJ, aka Swift Fox Dash, and like just kind of copy what they're doing. Like, just watch carefully, see setups that they do, and then try to copy them, practice them in the lab. Because that's where that knowledge is gonna come from. And Penny was talking about this before. It's like, how do you find motivation, like learning a new character and all that stuff? It just kind of comes. It starts with, I saw something cool. I want to be able to do that cool thing. So find some cool stuff. If you want more like specific advice on what you need to really work on, you might be able to ask Penny, and Penny might be able to tell you what you to work on next. Just ask her to do a VOD review with you. But I think I gave you plenty to start with right now. Doc, you do. If you're playing Bayo Band, I was talking about Peacock Band. If you were talking about Bayo Band, like, you do not have to think. Turn off your brain and win the game. More brain cells, less power. Bayo Band is not meant for thinking. Why the fuck is my headset dying in 2 hours these days? It should be lasting like 8 hours. It's a little annoying. Alright, so what's going on between all of y'all? So, you just bunny hopped over. Throwing on all that pressure, that good shit. Parasol versus Parasol is, of course, 7-3. This matchup is very rough for Parasol. Oh, whiffing that forward heavy punch because we're bad. Let's go. Spacing that sniper perfectly. Well done. We don't need to aim. Someone aims for us. We just make a phone call. I love seeing these two players play. It's fun. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. A lot of stuff going on in my life right now. A lot of big changes. For the better, for sure. So I'm trying to organize my life and get things going. But you know what? Everyone needs a little bit of stability, and making sure I stream Get Great as often as I can is definitely a good thing. So you know what? Things are going good. Holy shit, that beeping is probably heard on mic. That sucks. Let me turn off this thing. What are other assists you can that can get you a standing medium punch vortex mid screen as quickly besides Excelabella and A-Train? Honestly, it's so underexplored. I can't give you an honest answer. There are a lot of assists that will help you out. H-Spiral is one of the most common ones. Beat Extend is another one. Pretty much anything that lifts your opponent into the air, you can pretty much do it with it. Is there any beginner bracket? The beginner bracket was 3 matches long, borderline 4, and it is already finished. Let's try Fuqua for you. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's the most broken one. M Shadow for Fuqua is the most broken squiggly vortex I have ever seen. JP used to run it for a really long time, and it's really fucking stupid. Like, it is just unblockable. It's like pseudo unblockable after pseudo unblockable. You can't mash out of it, you can't DP out of it, you can't guess left or right. It's completely ambiguous. It was a nightmare. So if you want to run Fuqua for a week, run M Shadow Assist and make your opponents cry. M Shadow standing medium punch vortex is bullshit. It just unfortunately does 0 damage because it's Fuqua. Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So JP would have to reset me like 20 times, but those 20 resets were very easy hits to get on me because there was nothing I could do about it, really. I'd have to just kind of get a lucky block, and then get out of the pressure. You want to use L-Bomber. I don't think Squiggly needs M-Bomber. I bet I could find a 1 reset kill with trios against the team. Yeah, probably. With 5 meter, maybe. But Fuqua does not do enough damage. I would. Oh, a 1 reset kill would be easy. Never mind. I was thinking of a TOD. You could probably find a TOD. Round start conditions, 1 reset kill. Nah, I don't think you can. Burst bait easy. Without burst bait impossible. I don't think you can. No, that's not true. You can. Wait. You just can't. You would have to run. I'll think about it. I'll do some thinking about it. But with M Shadow as your assist, no, you can't, because the reasonable 1 reset kills come from the idea that you built almost no one dizzy and then did a reset, like your first string itself, or your first 2 strings basically do like a bazillion damage. Like with Brass Assist, I'm able to do 6k like first string without building any undizzy, which is really, really good. But you can't do that kind of stuff with I don't know, I'll do some thinking about it. It doesn't seem impossible. Wait, are we cat heads? Wait, are we talking about squiggly M shadow or squiggly double? I don't know what we're talking about. I guess I should be giving advice to these guys. Snapple did tell me to make fun of them. Using standing medium punch vortex, double squiggly double Fuga. Oh, easy. Yeah, you could with double. You can totally do it. Maybe actually, 1 reset kill. 1 reset kill isn't too hard on squiggly. Squiggly does too much damage.
Gentlemen and ladies,
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Right now, my brain is all obsessed with Squiggly A-Train because that thing is broken. Oh, thank you. I don't know what you're congratulating me on. Is it the new? Is it what I think it is? Yes, it is. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan. I am happy to be coming back home. Come on, come on. Oh man, variant 1 for the 30 frame unblockable. Unfortunate. Did not work out. 40 frame unblockable, 30 frame unblockable, something like that. Lock and load, making it safe. Good stuff. I guess staying out of air grab range because Parasol's air grab is dumb. Lock and load, Simon keeping him in the corner. What are you doing bunny hopping and trying to hit him with jumping light punch or whatever the heck that is? They're flying! They're like above you, my dude.
did I do okay, Vitaly?
Well, I guess what you're doing is winning. You can't complain about that. I gotta run after this, but yeah, I'll respond. How do you get this stage song? Oh, I don't know if there's a consistent way to do it. I just beat the game. Like, I think I've beaten story mode with every character, and it just kind of happens. I don't know if you had to beat that game with every character. I just kind of did. I don't know if there's anything extra than that. Hey there, Genesis. You're new here. You're gonna waste these channel Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. You're just in time to watch the last matchup, at which point, which is like not even like a scheduled matchup. I'm mostly just gonna make fun of them in Snapple's honor. But normally what we do here, in case you are new, is provide constructive criticism on people's play, give people like training partners, schedule an even matchup, the full shebang. That DHC is funny. Nice blocks. Shimmy them over to the corner. Going for a slowest, world's slowest overhead. Making it safe super late too. I kind of wish Pinion counted as a projectile. I think that'd be really funny. Do some real dumb stuff with that. I don't know if people have been playing long enough to know this, but for those guys who don't know, Pinion Dash actually used to be a part of the game. Like, you could actually just use that move as main wheel. They removed it. I think it was because it was getting in the way of other inputs. Why would you get rid of all that red health? I mean, I guess Parasol having more health is probably more useful. Oh, no conversion! Come on, I knew exactly what your game plan was and you didn't convert. Your game plan, if you have a game plan, you gotta execute the plan, my dude. That was good. Like, you hid the tier perfectly and Cerebella fell right into it. It was perfect. You gotta convert off of that, though. Just use Air Super if you have to. I don't know. I'm being a bully. You guys both played really, really well. It's hard to make... Like, Snapple told me to make fun of you guys, but it's hard to make fun of you guys when you guys are playing pretty well. I mean, by pretty well, I mean, like... You guys... I'm Variant already mentioned that they plateaued. Hydra, I feel like you're starting to hit a plateau point also, because you're still making the same mistakes that made for a while and aren't really ironing out of your hands. At some point or another, you guys want to level up your game. You guys gotta... I mean, the game's hard. Game is hard. At some point or another, though, you guys gotta upgrade your shit. You gotta literally bully it out of your hands. Get that easy shit. That easy shit out of there. Hydra, less bunny hopping. Variant. Convert. I don't know what to say. Convert, use safer setups, tighten your links. Tighten up your pressure. Close them gaps. That good shit. But no, seriously, like, if you watch the VOD back, like, go ahead and replay the VOD, and don't listen to me, because, like, I wasn't really talking much about your game. But you'll see a lot of times where you'll apply pressure, and then you'll call Pinion to try and make it safe. And Pinion came out, like, 5 years too late, like, to actually help you out with anything. Like, you went for the overhead, and I think Pinion got called, and then, like, Pinion didn't really make it safe. It only made it safe because your opponent push blocked, honestly. Call it earlier. What else? Like, Hydra... I don't know what to say, really. Like... one of the things where I'd have to do an in-depth VOD review. If you guys really want one, go ahead and at me in the Discord, and I'll go ahead and do an in-depth VOD review. I'll definitely check that out for you guys. If you had any questions about any of the advice I gave anybody today, feel free to reach out to me, give me a timestamp, and I'll talk about it in more detail, gladly. Like, that's what I'm here for. But we are going to wrap up the stream for now. If you guys liked what we did here and want to take your advice and try to apply it in a practical scenario, we tune in for our Wednesday tournaments, Skullgirls Get Gr8, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you are just here for the advice, that is totally fine. We do go live every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central, so on and so forth, and help you out with some more constructive criticism and just having a good time with each other, because, you know, everyone needs a little bit of a wholesome place in their lives. So I'll see you all next week. Thanks for tuning in. It was a really long stream. My voice is shot, but it was... Thank you for using 2 hours of your life. Anytime, my friend. Well, not anytime. Every Saturday, my friend. At 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, etc., etc. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.